So I just represented India at the Global Prompt Engineering Championship at the Dubai AI Week. They had a total cash prize of 1 million dirhams, almost 2.3 crore rupees. And there is a very specific reason why I got shortlisted. Even got a head start in round 1, but still lost because of a very silly mistake I made. And trust me, it's the kind of mistake that you might end up making in your career as well. And this was just the start. Because a few weeks back, Google invited me and a bunch of other inspiring creators to San Francisco for Google I/O, and talking to their team one-to-one made me rethink about so many aspects of my career and my company's future. This is Ansh Mehra, and you are learning from the cutting edge school enabled by the 01 network by Zerodha. In the past 2 years, I have trained companies all across the world and helped them adopt AI at their workforce. The main point is you need to learn from my experience, because all of these sessions and all of these experiences from the Prompt Engineering Championship and all the conversations I had with founders in San Francisco has given me a perspective that will open up your mind. Because it's very surprising how even senior VPs and engineers and designers and even general professionals are still not navigating this AI race properly. So here is a list of lessons to know and mistakes to avoid if you want to be rich in the next 3 years. So when I was in the championship, I realized that more than the AI tools that all of my competitors were using, the entire strategy was about using your imagination and vocabulary. And this is where the concept of prompting comes in. Lesson number 1 is, more than the AI tools or subscriptions that you use, your creativity and vocabulary is what that will set you apart. I'm pretty sure you must have seen the new VO3 samples. At this point, it can create voiceovers in the video itself. Here is a sample.
The microfilm is in your ticket.
They're watching the north exit. Use the service tunnel.
This ocean, it's a force, a wild, untamed might. And she commands your awe with every breaking light.
All of these things show us one very important aspect of how AI content will evolve over time. More than understanding fancy editing and plugins and all of these hacks around prompting, the real game is in understanding what people will watch, how retention works, and how exactly can you describe something that will work in the market. Lesson number 2 is that the ability to stitch tools together is going to be your biggest advantage. During the competition, it wasn't about using one main tool and simply submitting what you got from the AI prompt. It was all about taking tools from multiple domains and mixing them together to make something which was very difficult to reverse engineer. So a person would probably use ideogram for images, take that image and maybe put it to Kling AI, get a video, use Suno for the background music, use 11 Labs for their voiceovers. So every competitor understood the pros and cons on each and every tool, and they kind of understood how they had to stitch things together in a way where the final output looks extremely cohesive. But before stitching and learning tools, you need to be clear and confident about the basics and fundamental terms of AI. And for that, you can choose a structured path from industry level experts and start your journey with the Professional Certificate Program in Gen AI and Machine Learning. E&ICT Academy at IIT Guwahati has collaborated with Simplilearn to deliver this program. Simplilearn is one of the world's leading online learning platforms, offering certification programs in AI, machine learning, data science, cloud computing, and much more. The Gen AI and Machine Learning course covers machine learning algorithms, deep learning, essentials of Gen AI, prompt engineering and chatbot development, and everything you need to know about them. This course provides hands-on experience with over 15 cutting-edge tools, including ChatGPT, Hugging Face, NumPy, and more. You'll learn how to integrate these tools into real-world projects like generating AI-powered content with ChatGPT, creating images with ChatGPT 4o, or leveraging Hugging Face for natural language processing tasks. Simplilearn has earned top ratings on platforms like Forbes, SwitchUp, and Course Report, and has helped thousands of learners take their careers to the next level. The best part is that you can chat with Simply Mentor GPT within your ChatGPT account and ask about your queries, career problems, or brainstorm with it. But what is so special about Simplilearn that is not available anywhere else? First, they focus a lot on real-world practice. so you can get hands-on experience with projects that actually matter. That being said, you get practical learning by working on more than 25 hands-on projects and 3 capstone projects. And it can help you explore and keep up with the market trends, whether you're an engineer, in marketing and media, or a non-tech professional. Next, all participants get to learn from experts because after enrolling, they attend live sessions led by top industry professionals and global leaders, and most importantly, the brands they have collaborated with are globally recognized. They also have courses in trending fields like data science, cybersecurity, product and design, which you can find in their website menu. You can learn more about Simplilearn's programs by going to the link in the description or the pinned comment. Now, let's get back to the video. Lesson number 3 is that AI agents are going to open a floodgate very soon. Most people still haven't seen our AI agents free course on YouTube. They kind of still feel that it's only for technical people. But to be honest, this is going to be the next big revolution in the field of AI. Any person from any background can understand how AI agents work and start selling AI services. I will be showcasing a bunch of different use cases that you can actually sell to businesses. Stick till the end of the video to get that. Lesson number 4 is always write down the most important elements of your brief and brainstorm on paper before you move to prompting. This was the mistake that actually costed me the championship trophy. So at round 1, I was on a head start with 11 points, and in round 2, I got a prompt in front of the screen, and instead of actually taking some time to understand the brief and write down my ideas, I directly jumped to my system and started prompting. So they wanted me to make a specific concept, it had to be a certain kind of a video, and because I didn't sit and take enough time to understand the most important aspects of my video, I ended up making a terrible mistake in the final output, and that costed me the championship itself. So anytime you get a brief, anytime you're working on an AI project, instead of becoming super excited about prompting and creating something and delivering quickly, please take some time to understand how you will approach that subject, understand the key components that will make your output stand out, and once you have brainstormed on a piece of paper, only then jump to prompting. Next lesson, keep a track of release notes and change logs of all latest tools in your department. Every single week, AI tools are evolving at a pace that is very difficult to manage for a normal person. It is impossible for a normal person to keep a track of every single tool across domains. The right strategy is to pick a niche and then shortlist 2 to 3 top AI tools and regularly read their release notes and change logs. And all of these tools have this publicly available. For example, Higgsfield has launched a bunch of new features that help you create VFX and all these special effects and ads. Runway has launched a new 3D reference feature which is absolutely blowing everyone's mind. 11 Labs has a very cool SFX feature that very few people know about. So the thing is, a lot of people that I know have bought subscriptions to these AI tools, but because they're not aware of the change logs or the release notes, they often end up utilizing it on a very mediocre level. Next lesson, enter AI-enabled consulting or services because the margins are super high. Now, it goes without saying that a company that is primarily based on people and human beings will always have a lot of salary overheads. But when you build a company that is running on systems and AI agents, the margins become really wide. So the upfront investment in subscriptions is pretty low, there's a cap to that, but the amount of people you can serve, the scale is infinitely high. But the issue is most people have no clue what to do and what key industries do they need to get in once they have bought these subscriptions. So to make your life easy, I have shortlisted 3 key areas where demand will most probably skyrocket. Now, I'm not gonna sell you a dream where you can become a millionaire from AI overnight. So instead, here is a very smart and practical plan. First, learn the right skills. Then work inside a winning startup, one that is actually solving real problems, one that has a technical co-founder who really understands the space, a startup which is backed by a good VC or at least backed by a second-time founder so that the founder knows how cash flows work, and observe what works and how clients are pitched and how their pricing is done. And after 1 year of experience, after you've understood the skill, after you have seen how real businesses run, you end up starting your own agency. In all the opportunities, learn the tools, and then apply for companies working in the domain. I have made a list of opportunities for you, and in each of these opportunities, you need to create a proper learning plan. The learning plan should include learning the tools, all the latest AI tools and their prompting principles, and then start shortlisting companies that are in your city or maybe in your country, and start working with companies in these specific niches, either remotely or in person. Opportunity number 1, AI agents and automations as a service. See, to be honest, it's pretty simple what every business wants. They either want to save time or they want to save money. Now, this is where AI agents and automation can be a hot selling product. Imagine that you're helping a brand reply to their customer DMs, or help them generate leads automatically, or send invoices automatically. You can achieve all of this with AI tools like Zapier, Make, Gumloop, or Relevance AI. And if you're a technical person, I would strongly recommend you to learn N10. You don't need to be a coder. These are all no-code platforms. In fact, we have taught how to create these automations from scratch. So once you have learned these tools from our YouTube videos, you can build at least 3 to 4 demo automations to either apply to these companies or to sell them to businesses. So this includes examples like auto replying to emails that you can set up with the ChatGPT automation, or auto generating social media posts from ideas that they've put in Google Sheets, or auto create Notion tasks from maybe WhatsApp messages or Telegram messages. And folks, please learn all of these things properly and don't hurry it. A lot of people quit without spending 15 to 20 hours watching enough YouTube tutorials. You need to invest that much amount of time before you give up on a specific skill. And once you have the technical skill, work for an existing company at say 20 to 30,000 rupees per month remotely. And it doesn't matter what age you are, what background you are. If you're entering this field from scratch, you're just a beginner. And then once you've shown your skill, ask for an offline job in an office at 50 to 60,000 rupees per month. This should happen when you have shown your company consistent results, when you've actually shown your leadership that you're able to execute workflows end to end and also sell them. And then spend enough time with the founders to understand how a company is truly built. Opportunity number 2, AI content studios. Every company at this point wants to create content. It has become the cheapest way to build distribution. But no company wants to pay 1 to 2 lakh rupees a month to external agencies. And this is where your AI content studio can come in. Pick any one aspect of content, either writing or editing or thumbnails, and simply go deep into it. A lot of content companies try to do everything end to end in the early stages of their career, which is often very problematic. If you're planning to open your own agency, we have created a very detailed course. We had interviewed like a bunch of agency experts that are doing 6-7 figure revenues on a yearly basis, and they have shared a bunch of important advice that you can use to actually start your own AI content agency. I'll share the playlist in description. Opportunity number 3 is around vertical SaaS with GPT APIs. Now this one is really big if you're a technical person who wants to become an entrepreneur. Now SaaS is software as a service. Basically, you have to pick one niche and figure out how you can use AI to create very specific niche-based software solutions using AI. And pick domains that everybody else is ignoring, like literally stuff like a gym trainer subscription, or maybe something for chartered accountants or school teachers. And then build a GPT-powered tool that solves just one single pain point. Please note that you're not building a new ChatGPT. You're building a very niche wrapper around that GPT model using a tool like either Lovable or Supabase or any no-code tool out there. So please don't chase any shiny shortcuts. We've already taught vibe coding using Lovable and Supabase. I'll share that link in the description as well. So instead of going through a route where you're trying to make like 20,000 rupees, 30,000 rupees through some random freelancing gig, those things will not scale. You have to build your skill stack. You have to work with either extremely smart founders or second-time founders who have been in the AI domain. Then launch your own business or agency when you've earned the skills to do it well. And throughout this journey, keep having a conversation with AI. Try to prompt AI to help you grow faster and learn faster. So your final takeaway is to actually copy paste this prompt and tell me in the comment section what was the result of your brainstorming session with ChatGPT. I have a bunch of prompts for you. So the first prompt is for helping you choose the right AI opportunity. And this is how it looks like. Act like an expert AI career coach. I want to enter the world of AI, but I don't know which opportunity is best for me. Ask me questions about my skills, interests, education, and past experiences. Then based on my responses, tell me which one of the following is most suitable for me. And then you list out all the 3 categories. Once you've helped me choose, Give me a roadmap for how I can get started and what I need to learn in the next 30 days. If you want to jump towards just building your own company or freelancing business, then the second prompt is for getting your first customer. So you have to prompt, act like a startup mentor. I want to start working in one of these AI opportunities, and then you can basically list down your niches and whatever you want to do. Ask me about my background, which opportunity I'm leaning towards, and what skills I already have. Then help me plan step by step what I need to do in the next 60 days to reach my first paying customer. Include skill learning, portfolio building, and outreach strategies. But the bigger question is, even after you've picked your path and ChatGPT has given you a bunch of things, how do you stay consistent and actually finish what you started? For that, we have the final prompt to create a personalized 90-day AI sprint, which says, I want to have a 90-day sprint to break into the AI industry. Pick the topics that we had just shortlisted earlier and build me a personalized 90-day plan to learn the core skills, build a proof of concept, and get my first client or project. Give me links, PDFs, YouTube videos, and daily homework so I can practice. And by the way, you can run these prompts either on Gemini, ChatGPT, or Grok. In fact, you can also use the Gemini's deep research mode to get a long list of documents that will help you clear every single aspect one by one. If I were you, I would copy paste the prompt in all these three tools and sort of pick and choose as to what is the most relevant thing to me. Let me know in the comment section which one was the most important lesson or tip that you figured out from this video. I would actually love to see the conversation that you had with ChatGPT as well. So paste your takeaways below. Make sure you click on the subscribe button right now because majority of you have still not subscribed to us. I hope that you're taking care of your mind and body. This is your dost Ansh Mehra and you are learning from the cutting edge school enabled by the 01 network by Zerodha.